Okay, this is not really a tutorial or walkthrough or anything. This is more a video describing how to deal with the footage. And I'm describing that while preparing some files for the DVD. And I will just keep on talking while I'm doing that. So the problem is that, I mean, we cannot, by all means, we cannot really put all this footage on the DVD. And even uploading that will be enormous. And we would want to try to give you a DVD that at least you can see what's happening, at least in the files that we have been, or that I've been creating walkthroughs or tutorials for. Now the problem is that many of these shots are using a frame range, for example 500 up to 700 or 2300 up to 2500 or something. And that would mean that in order to for Blender to automatically find the correct frames, that would mean that we will have to upload all the files. And we can't do that, it's impossible. So instead we decided to prepare just 10 files that will work with the high-res footage. And I will have to prepare the frame ranges, and I thought maybe I can just show you what I'm doing here. So this file is already done. So this is 12A. And the frame range of the sequence starts at 111, goes up to this frame, and of course the original footage would start at frame 000, because that was the naming convention of our exporter. And now if we don't have all these frames, I just simply set the start frame to 111, accept that, and then set the offset also to -111, and that way the footage will still work. And just to give you an idea of the whole process, I thought maybe I can just show you that, because dealing with the footage will be one problem for you, I guess. So this is in the folder 12A, and then I'm using linear HD. So we always had folders 4K, the name was for that was just linear, and then we had the folder linear HD. And on the DVD, of course, that will probably look different, so you will have to sort of find your way through that. So now, even though I've changed these frames, it still works. At least I hope so. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so this is the mask file for 12A, and I'm saving that file now. But then for the main file, that will be a bit different, because I think I've explained that already as well in a different video. So if we had clean footage, then we would only render a certain frame range. So the start frame and the offset are already correct. Now the thing is that usually in other files you would have to subtract 1 from the frame offset. So if this would be a normal green screen shot, this would be 154. But in this case it is a bit different, because we had to combine the two shots, if you remember, or if you just watched the walkthrough of 12A, we had the clean footage for the center, and then we had to combine that with the original in the background, and then we were saving that again as a new sequence, and that's why the start end frame was a bit different. So in this case, this can be 155, and also the frame offset 155, and it would still work. Okay, so that's why I don't have to save that, because the main files are always using the correct frame range. So now what else do I have on my list to convert? So for example 7.1b. So 7.1b, or not to convert, but to set the correct range. So in the main file, let's have a look. So the main file is a little bit large, so it takes a while to load. So the main file, we have a range from 156 to 561. So let's go to the track file. And here you can see that the start frame and end frame are actually matching the correct frame range. Maybe to give some offset, I will use the frames 150 up to 565. So to do that, I go to my footage folder and then set the frame here to 150. So where is it? 150 is the start frame. And now to make that work, I also set the frame offset minus 150. And don't change the start frame here, that doesn't really matter, but it's only important that all these work. Okay, so that's fine, and I save that. Then I also want to change that in the mask file, but well, the mask file is a bit broken anyway, so I think it's good to clean that up. So first of all, the interface was a bit weird at first. So also here I want to change the path and adjust the frame range. So linear HD, and the start frame will be 150. So also here I have to set the offset minus 150. So that should now be correct. Yep, that is working. And then the masking here, I don't know why it's starting here with a mask. I think this can actually be adjusted to 156 or at least 150. And then I said something about this file being broken. Might be that I'm confusing that with a different file, so this seems to be still working. Yeah, I think that is 71C that is broken. So this is actually, this should be a working file. So okay, so there we go. There I've got the, this is the file. Then you notice the resolution here is set to 4K. And I'm going to set this down to 1920 by 1012. So that is the correct, or more or less the correct size. So I mean, if you don't have 4K input, why would you output to 4K? So that is this file. This should be now working. Maybe while I'm here, I can also rename that movie clip. By the way, these are the old naming conventions. So if you find this in our files somewhere, this have been the old exports to the ACES color space. And after that, we had to convert them with OpenColor.io to the correct color space. And we were using a new naming convention for that. So this is the old naming scheme. So this is 7.1b. Makes a bit more sense now. Okay, I save that as well and hope for the best. And then, yeah, the track file, we already did that. 150, yes. And now the main file. Now maybe I can quickly change the footage to the correct input. So, okay, so here we have different files now. You can see there's cleaned and rough. And you can expect that for some of these files to be a bit messy. So I hope that the 71b.exr is the correct sequence that we are using. You can also always have a look here, active clip. Okay, there is none. It's a bit messy. And it seems that I'm not actually using a camera in this file. Eventually this is just using a background scene. No. Oh, okay, so here you can see the camera that is being used, 71A bake, and eventually this is in where, I have no idea, where is that camera? Bake, track root, there we go, okay. Aha. So this is also a good example for a baked camera track, because the original track had some flipping issues. This is actually a baked camera. So if I switch to the graph editor now, you should be able to see something. Okay, so this is a baked camera track, and I've adjusted some of these frames manually to eliminate some spikes. So some curves looked like this before, so we had to manually correct that. Yeah. What am I doing here? Yeah, I think the frame range is correct. There's the footage. So this is from cleaned, and as I've told you before, everything that is in the cleaned folder is sort of correct. Actually, this is using a weird frame range. This is also starting at frame 1. Probably that was some bad communication when we started the cleaning process. Or is it? This is tracked from frame 1. You know, I have no idea what's going on here, to be honest. Eventually, let me have a look. This is maybe a bit unnecessary, but you know, I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, well, yes, I do. No, I do. Okay, so this is the camera. The camera is tracked from frame 1, but the object is only tracked from frame 156. So you know, let's just keep this frame range. Anyway, okay, so this is 7.1b, and now I will stop recording this stuff and will leave you alone. You don't have to listen to this crap. Maybe one last, this is 56A, the track file. 56A is using also a different footage, 51C. So now I have to set this correctly. So 51C, linear HD, and then see, I've already forgot the frame range, 2370. Okay, so 2370. No, I cannot count. This one. And now offset minus 2370. There we go. That should work now. And I will just save that file and also again hope for the very best. So save that and open up the main file. So again, linear HD, so 2370. Like so. Then the offset, where are we? Minus 2370. Okay, now shift left click to update, and that looks very promising. Okay, so that is working. So I save that and also hope I don't overwrite anything, because I will commit these to SVN, so I might break something here. But anyway, I will continue. I will stop the recording now because it's really not necessary, and leave you alone. So there will be 10 files that have the HD footage, hopefully, and the rest just doesn't fit on the DVD. And in that case, we will use very low-res versions. So yeah, that's it.